Hello and welcome to another MTD podcast, and we're filming this one, and this is what we tend to do a lot of these days. They're good to watch, and today especially good to watch because I'm here at NIKKEN's Innovation Centre. Nathan, where are we? Rotherham or Sheffield? Or
Sheffield City region.
Okay, Sheffield.
So, yeah,
Sheffield.
technically Rotherham, but just on the outskirts of Sheffield.
And it's a fantastic site, this, isn't it, for you guys to be positioned here?
Personally, great location. You know, it's at the heart of advanced manufacturing in the UK. You've got the AMRC, you've got Rolls-Royce, you've got Boeing, you've got some really big names and some important work for the rest of the world done here in the UK. Yeah,
it really is a fantastic place. You can visit here anytime to the NIKKEN Innovation Centre. So coming up in the next 30 minutes, we've got two gentlemen with me. Nathan, who's already spoken from NIKKEN. We've got Jamie from Claro Precision. We've been here today filming and talking and discussing the relationship between the two companies, which is a big message from NIKKEN, and it's a big reason to come here and visit to really show, Nathan, if people have got manufacturing problems or issues they want to solve, or just simply want to improve productivity, this is a place to be, isn't it?
Sure. We make sure we have a full range of machine tools and different solutions here. So no matter what industry you're in, what machine tool platform you're using, you know, as long as you're in manufacturing, that there should be something for you to see here.
Yeah. Jamie, I get to you at last. Sorry to leave you sitting there for a minute or two. Would you like to introduce yourself to our audience, and close to the mic if you can?
I'm Jamie. I'm a manufacturing engineer. We work for Claro Precision Engineering, which is a subcontract manufacturing company in Knaresborough. We do everything, bit of aerospace, subsea, medical, you name it.
What's the best bit? What's the best work you do? What's the nicest looking parts that you make?
To be honest, all of it.
Is it?
You know, if it's not right, make it bright.
You're not saying you don't. You're not saying you make it wrong.
No, definitely not. But yeah, we are very good at manufacturing aluminium. So
yeah, Claro Precision. From my younger days, going back probably a couple of decades ago, you guys are now part of a group, aren't you?
Yes,
because you used to be an independent, but you're now a group. Is that right?
So now we're owned by a company called Pexion Group, and they have a number of precision machining companies, electronics companies, fabrication companies that kind of dabble in just about a bit of everything.
And how do you fit in that group? Because how do they select? I know they're quite prime on making sure they've got really good fit businesses, aren't they?
Yeah. So as a precision machining company, I think there's 6 precision machining companies, and we kind of all just about do a bit of everything. They're all subcontract companies. And it was supposed to be a one-stop shop. So if you want some manufacturing, some machining, that you want coatings on with a bit of fabrication, you can come to the Pexion Group, and we should be able to offer you just about everything. Okay, now coming up in this podcast, I'm gonna talk to the guys about their relationship there, and some of the problems and the issues and the things that NIKKEN have solved. Before we do that, Nathan, you did start, and we had a very quick overview of what we've got here, but I think it deserves a bit more time spent on it, because it is terrific, isn't it? I mean, tell our audience, for people that haven't seen the videos that we've done or have not been here before, what is here and what can people see?
So the NIKKEN Innovation Centre is a big open plan, really demonstration of the best that we have to offer industry. We have a range of machine tool platforms. We have a range of accessories, so everything from tool holding solutions, rotary tables, presetters, angle heads, tool management software, but all of this to form a complete solution that we can demonstrate here. So no matter what you're producing, what material, what sort of machining platform, horizontal, vertical, fourth, fifth axis, we can replicate that, and we can demonstrate to you real advantages and improvements that we can make. We have a team of consultant engineers, and the idea is, you could visit our innovation centre with a problem or a process that maybe has been in production for a long time, but you just want to improve, take some time out, become more efficient, more sustainable. Bring that to us. We'll sit down with you, we'll review your process, and we'll use our complete catalogue, which is very big for anyone that hasn't seen it before. Suggest maybe a few measures how we could take some time out, improve your process parameters, for example, and then we'll test it here. we'll demonstrate it.
Well, that's the thing. I walk around here, and you've said it yourself, Jamie, and I'm sure you'll contribute in a minute along these lines. There's no biasness, is there? You've got a real selection of. It's like you've gone to market and said, it's not about the brand, it's about the machine, and it's about what this offers to an engineer.
For me, it's about the best solution for the job, and actually, everyone really has something to offer the market. There are different parts of the market, different products, different processes. So there's no one solution or one size fits all approach in engineering. We're engineers, we like to solve problems. That's what we do. And the only way we're going to do that is with a range of different solutions.
You talk about big and small. That's not very small, is it? You see the size of that? Just tell. Have you installed many of these?
Not a lot, but that's on the larger end of the spectrum. That's pretty much the largest 5-axis rotary that we offer.
What would you be doing to entertain having one of these on a machine? Is this part a good example?
Well, yeah, a good example is a housing, a fan housing, or certainly large oil and gas components, that sort of thing. Again, the reality is you can take that as a 4th and 5th axis and add it to maybe an existing 3-axis machine tool. So when you're talking on that sort of scale, a machine tool is going to be a reasonably significant, probably remodeling your factory kind of investment, whereas something like this can add and improve capability on that existing platform.
And it's always good to hear it from yourself, Nathan, and from NIKKEN. But let's hear it now from yourself, Jamie. What excited you about coming here, and what was your first experience when you walked through these doors? And if you could get close to the mic, that would help.
It's a one-stop shop, essentially. You walk through the door, the building looks fantastic. The equipment that they have on show is brilliant. We already use rotary tables from NIKKEN. We have a NIKKEN presetter, but everything's here. We have a Matsura machine, which they also have one here. So getting them to do a demo on something that is very similar to what we already have is nice and easy.
So have you had an example, and is there an example you could maybe tell our audience of a part that you had, a problem that you had, or you wanted to make something quicker, or that you came here and it actually happened?
So we manufacture some subsea components, and we weren't such a problem as such. It was we were just looking for improvements. So we spoke to our rep from NIKKEN. He invited us down, says, look, come in, see what we can offer you. Give us a good tour around the factory. We gave him the drawings, gave him the models. He says, look, we've got this. We can give it a go, give it a try, see what we can do for you.
And give us the detail then, if you can. What did they improve? What did you challenge them with? What was the operations that you needed to get out of it, or
So it was a roughing cycle. So we were machining a pocket out using a standard ER system, and we've now moved on to a NIKKEN slim chuck with an SK 8-degree collet system. And it's gone from 650 millimetres a minute to 1800 millimetres a minute.
Okay, wow.
But it's not just the metal removal rate, it's the tool life that you gain from it as well. It's just about 5 times better than it was before.
Okay.
So it's a big win.
So 3 times faster and 5 times better tool life?
Yes.
And did you come here and see this kind of in action here?
Yes, you
knew it was going to work?
Yeah, we came and got demos, not on our particular part, but we've been here, they've shown us bits and pieces and said, look, we can do it for you, it's not a problem. Came in and gave us a trial, we ran it, and we were happy with it straight away.
And Nathan, is this a prime example of something that you've done and delivered here? And that being one, is there any others that jump out in your mind that you think, I don't know, that was a really difficult engineering solution that we provided and we solved?
I think quite often it's the tool life. It's people take for granted what they have on the machine tool. This process, this is how fast we can run this process. We've engineered it for years and years and years. But you're engineering within certain parameters, which maybe you can push the boundaries of that a little bit. So again, it is quite a common one for us where we'll say actually a few small changes, a few small improvements. You've spent all this money on a machine tool. You probably spend quite a lot of money on cutting tools, carbide. If we change that bit in the middle, change the tool holder, make it stronger, So stronger, you're not going to get pull out, you can start to push your process parameters further and further, but also take run out of the equation, 20 microns down to 3 microns, which we guarantee on a number of our products, 5 times tool life. So this is the sort of thing that it's all well and good me just saying this, saying, yes, you're going to get better tool life, you're going to pull less power on your spindle, but really we need to demonstrate that and show that to customers and prove that, we'll put our money where our mouth is.
And that's what you can do here.
Exactly that.
That's exactly what you can do here. And Jamie, just tell us quickly the products that you do have from NIKKEN at Claro as a collective, because you mentioned a few of them. But
we currently have some of the slim chucks. We've just taken delivery of a new presetter. We've got 5-axis units, angle heads. Just ordered a boring head as well. So.
And do you find as a manufacturing business at the moment, and do you get involved in this area where, people are talking now about the costs of energy, the more spindles turning, the more that's going to cost. Is there a way of getting more out of one spindle than using 2? Do you get involved in these types of things? And are they real-time issues at the moment that have been spoken about?
They are at the moment. For Claro, personally, it's about keeping the spindles turning. And that's where the tool life is a big advantage for us, and obviously with the presetting, being able to set tooling offline and be ready just to keep the machines running constantly. That is a major challenge.
Well, that's going to be my next question. I'm going to ask both of you. So I'm going to start with you, Nathan. Tool setting in the machine or tool setting offline? Where and which is best, and where do they fit?
There's probably space for both, but I would always advise setting tools offline, and just as Jamie said, keep that spindle running, making you money, producing parts you can sell. If you're using that spindle to set and measure tools, it's a cost, but not just a cost in time, a cost because you're not producing. We have quite a handy calculator where if you punch into that, your operator rate, your machine rate, how much time you spend per shift setting tools, it'll tell you really the overall cost. And
where can people find that?
You can find that online. So on our website, or obviously all of our local reps have that, all of our business managers, the team here at the Innovation Centre have access to that. But it'll give you a number, and it'll say this is what it's costing you in setting tooling on your machine tool. By taking that offline, setting on a presetter, you're going to save that. The payback on a presetter is normally pretty quick. We're talking weeks or months, certainly not years. Really, that fast? And the additional benefit, if you tie that in with tool management software, you can start to capture a lot more data. So re-inspect your tool once it's been on machine. How's my wear looking? Can I use that for a little bit longer? And all of this sort of forms part of that total solution and optimization of your process. And do you do that, Jamie? So are you now getting involved in these things? And this is kind of, the data's important, digital, going forward to Industry 4.0, all of those things. Is that something that we talk about a lot, but are you practicing it in manufacturing companies?
So us particular, so we do also a lot of process improvements. So which is, we look at what we're currently doing and how it's best to improve it for us. But to be honest, it works across the board. Most manufacturing companies will be looking at the same thing. We're looking at what is the best way to make the solution better. So, the offline setting, we are DNC linked, so all our machines are linked to our presetter. So we've got a guy who works in our tool room. He's setting the tools, and they're sat ready. So once the machine has finished the job that it's on, tools come out, tools go in, you load your preset tool sizes, and you're proving out, and you're aware. So it's mostly about just reducing that amount of machine downtime.
And how do you make a business lean in addition to that with the technology? I mean, you've been here today with 3 of your colleagues. Are you all doing similar roles? Have you all, you're all tasked to do different things? What's the setup? Because it's a long time since I've been on the shop floor, and I was one man, one machine. That was how it worked then. What's it like at your place?
So we aren't very automated where we are. But we do a lot of small batch work. So there's a lot of setting up going on for us. But we are currently looking at automation. What can we do to just keep things running? Maybe running 24 hours a day. We have a couple of machines that will run 24 hours a day. But
And is this on milling and turning?
Milling and turning,
I mean, even
yeah.
on your turning, do you know? I mean, a bar feed is automation.
we have a Nakamura that has a gripper system on it, so that runs 24 hours a day. It has a full unload system on it as well. So we load a metre length of bar, and that will run for 22 hours on its own.
And how's the market at the moment, Nathan? A lot of people coming through your doors. A lot of people. What's the trends? What are they after? What are you seeing?
At the moment, people want to save money. I think everything is getting more and more and more expensive. I mean, all you've got to do is turn the news on and you'll see. I think we're all feeling it personally at home, but the same in business. So, energy prices are going up, material prices are going up, staff costs are going up. So really now is a time where people are looking at how to make the most of what they already have, how to become more efficient, how to produce more for less or more for the same amount. You've got the super tax deduction for any sort of capital equipment, so presetters, rotary tables that are delivered before the end of March next year. So, time's kind of running out on that. So at the moment, I think the trend is an upward trend of people through the door, really looking at how to improve what they already have.
And finally, from yourself, Jamie, coming here, what sort of experience is it, and why should manufacturing engineers, and not just manufacturing engineers, company owners, CNC operators and setters, why should they be coming to places like this? Because you'll visit exhibitions, I assume, you'll look online, you'll do all the things that people do, but what's the difference?
The layout's great. You come in, and from a manufacturing side, everything's here. They can give you a good demonstration of tool holding, the rotary tables for your 3-axis machines to upgrade, presetting, which is something that a lot of companies don't do. It's something that it should be done.
And it's making your business really competitive. What would the guys at the Pexion Group now be wanting you to say about what Claro Precision can offer the market? Because there'll be thousands of people that will download and listen to this. Putting you're in the elevator room or the elevator pitch or whatever they say.
Yeah, we can offer whatever. To be honest, we will set about and try and have a go at anything. And I think if we can't do it, we tend to then pass it on to other companies in the Pexion Group, and somebody will be able to do anything.
There you have it, a manufacturing engineer and a salesman, all in one. Gentlemen, it's been really good. Nathan, if people do want to come here, they can see what they can see behind us here. Easy to pick up the phone, get yourself here, hop in the car and bring up your drawings and see whether you can make those efficiencies.
We're a big open plan facility. We're glass fronted. There's nothing to hide here. What you see is what you get. Come and have a look around. Just get in touch.
Good stuff. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me. That's it for another MTDCNC podcast. Thanks, guys. It's been thoroughly enjoyable and very educatory, I would say.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for listening to the MTD podcast. If you found value in this episode, please subscribe and leave a rating and review. Find more episodes on mtdcnc.com.